Io sono Furio Giunta.
We first meet Furio in Season 2, Episode 4, Commendatory, while Tony, Christopher, and Polly are on a trip to Italy to do some business.
Commendatory. Like a commander. I like that. That's respect. Yeah.
And, as it turns out, Tony really likes him. He likes him so much that he wants to bring Furio with him back to the States.
That way I get guys with no ties to anybody over there. They'll be loyal to me. 110%. You know what you need here? Top-notch mozzarella maker. Like that kid from the other side. All he does, 24 hours a day, he makes buffalo mozzarella.
He's a master cheesemaker.
At this party, we can hear Rock the Boat in the background. I think it's safe to say that Furio may have rocked the boat a bit. Not necessarily intentionally, but we know that Puss wasn't too happy to see him.
You didn't stop those grapes yourself, did you?
Next year I'll grow grapes.
In terms of Tony and Carmela's marriage, he made a few waves there, I think. Furio can be very gentle and sweet. On the other hand...
Hai già capito?
May I help you? What are you doing?
You know, there are worse things that can happen to a person than cancer.
Huh?
You gotta be on your hat. Give me $1,000.
Just like how Furio took care of business in Big Girls Don't Cry, he does the same, this time with Tony, and to save us all from Satan's power.
I know you. You look like maybe someone, I don't know.
He's the designated drive.
Me? Oh, you're the designated drive.
No, you.
Season 4 is when the whole Furio-Carmela romance really starts to blossom.
Furio Giunta just bought himself a little house in Nutley. He is so gorgeous. I'm surprised nobody snapped him up yet.
Carmela keeps pretty quiet for the most part about her feelings, but she does tell Rosalie.
He looks at me like I'm beautiful. He thinks I'm interesting when I talk. Just those few minutes when we see each other, I live for those.
She tells Rosalie in great detail about how she feels about him. Rosalie tells her to stay away, just like Furio's uncle tells him to stay away.
Essa è la moglie del boss.
Sopranos.
Ma isso non sa. But I never liked Columbus.
Hey, what?
In Napoli, a lot of people are not so happy for Columbus. Because he was from Genova. North of Italy always have the money and the power. They punished the South since hundreds of years. I hate the North.
It's kind of ironic how Janice tells Carmela about all the sexual harassment and misogyny and inappropriate behavior by men that she encountered when she went to Italy. Then later on, this guy from Italy goes back over to the States.
Ma quando partette per l'America, tutto quello che pensavi di tornare qua, non sa c'è più. Non l'ha mai dato nemmeno un vaso.
Meglio così, allora state lontano. Non è successo ancora niente.
We haven't slept together yet. So, this isn't really real. It is real.
Io voglio bene.
L'unico mezzo siamo è uccidere il marito.
But I wait in the car.
So, aside from your dad, was it wonderful being back in Italy?
It was not so nice. I don't belong there no more. Something changed. Maybe me. I'm like a visitor in my own town. Life went on without me.
No, it's the same as when you die. Life goes on without you. Like it does in Paris when we're not here.
That is so incredible. So romantic.
I try to talk to her, but there is no communication.
We communicate.
Like with some people, you know what I mean?
At the end of The Strong Silent Type, Season 4, Episode 10, there's this really interesting back and forth transition between Furio making himself dinner and Tony doing the same at the Soprano home. Though with Tony, he's just heating up the rigatoni. Furio actually boils the water and makes the pasta himself.
Come!
I never thank you for helping me.
That's okay.
You're a very special woman.
Furio gets set up with Jessica, a dental hygienist at the dentist office that Tony and Carmela go to, but like Furio said, there really isn't much there. Also, the whole dentist thing makes me think of teeth, another Sopranos symbol, as a side note. We see Tony sleeping with a number of different women throughout the show. His gumars, his affairs, they're very physical. On the other hand, with Furio and Carmela here, it was the exact opposite. It was completely emotional. They never even kissed. So, sometimes it's not always about just the physical intimacy.
Well, then we should go to Color Tile then. They have everything.
I would love to go with you there.
Great, it's a date then.
Good. It's a date.
One way or another, things aren't going to end well. It just depends on who exactly it doesn't end well for. Though really, it could be all three of them. One night, Furio's really, really frustrated.
You want to go upstairs?
That's okay.
You're standing too close.
Furio almost goes through with it, with trying to kill Tony. But then, in the last second, he pulls back. Says, "You're standing too close." Tony, even in his drunken state, knows that something's off with that.
The last year, I have been dreaming and fantasizing and in love with Furio. Every morning when he'd come to pick you up, I would look forward to it all night long in bed, next to you. Those nights when you were actually in the bed.
So, how did things end with Furio? Did he go back to Italy and that was it? Did Tony actually kill him and the whole going back to Italy thing was just a cover story? Did he go to Italy and then come back?
Yet you were modern enough to use a cell phone to call Italy and every other fucking place to threaten the guy's life.
Well, that's right. Certain people see him. He's a dead man.
He had coffee here, Tony. That's all.
And now the coffee maker sucks. How you like them apples?
One sort of question mark I always have, when Carmela goes to Furio's to see if he's there and she sees the house completely empty, how could it have been cleaned out so quickly? I suppose there may be some time lapse, but the way that they show it, it's as if Carmela goes over there the next day. Not to mention booking the flight to Italy. And back then, I mean, at this time, there wasn't, like Expedia or these quick online apps to book flights. I'm pretty sure you had to actually call an airline or, at the very least, go online to their website. Though, on the other hand, Furio also could have been lying when he left a message at the Bing at 4 a.m. saying he was going back to Italy. I imagine he did go back to Italy, but maybe for the time being, he wanted to get out of there before Tony killed him after the whole helicopter incident. So he could have just been laying low somewhere else, I suppose, until his actual flight back to Italy. So, what do you think about this Sopranos character? I'd love to hear from you, and thanks for watching.
You gotta be on your act.